Yo, people, what's going on? Back again for another episode. Real recognized, real Turkish. What you saying, my guy?
Come on, G. What you telling me, bro?
I'm calm, I'm good. I'm good, bro. I was just watching. I started watching that Ravel Morrison thing with Rio, innit?
Yeah. I see bits of it as well, man. When he's talking about Zaha, he's talking about Big Sam.
Yeah, I just started to watch it, bro. I just started to watch it. Obviously, I know Rav. I've spoken to him personally, innit? So, like, just seeing some perspectives and that on certain things it's good, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm glad he
100%.
done it anyway because it's gonna show people who he is, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of
100%.
people people love to have opinions on people that they don't know, blood.
Yeah.
You know them, man.
100%. You need to and I rate more and more footballers coming out to do podcasts and talk to more regular folk as well. I know that one was on Rio Ferdinand's, but it's obviously got Joel on it from Cheeky Sport too, someone who comes on this channel, and I rate that because you get different sets of questions. You get questions more so that you want to hear. Something more real life than the questions you get from these journalists all the time, or these Sky Sports interviews and that. So Zaha's interview, Ravel Morrison, just two interviews that shows a different perspective in it. And what he's saying, like, if that's what it is, then Zaha, is moving a bit mad considering Ravel saying nothing really happened and he tried to, bring a bad boy energy.
Yeah, but bruv, it gets like that sometimes. What people about football's an emotional game, innit?
It is. Come on, obviously during the month, how many arguments have I had with friends, man, them from early on a football pitch, and as soon as the match is over, it's normal. It's normal.
Trust me. So now, bro, it gets like that. Big up Manny Cruz for the super chat as well. Early doors, my guy. And yeah, you know what's funny? Like Rav was saying something about football, yeah, and it's something that I've said, yeah. And obviously the fact that I've kicked ball outside of England, innit? So I know what football is like over there, but also man's perspective of football is just different. And some of the stuff he was saying, bruv, it just shows me, yeah, that a lot of men over here, bruv, I swear down, the way they see ball is very specific to here, nowhere else.
Yeah.
Like there was something he said in the interview. It's not even too far in. Obviously, he's played in Sweden. He's played in fucking Mexico. He's played in Holland, and he was like, bruv, in England, yeah, these man try and overcomplicate the game too much, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? These men have to do these 20, 30, 40-yard balls, yeah, to prove they're decent players, blood. Yeah. And he was like, bruv, in Holland, you just bang a 1-2 round a man, and it's just Kaz, bruv. Bruv, you show you're a good player, yeah, by doing the simple things well, innit?
I get that still. I get that.
And that is why these men don't appreciate Donny van der Beek, and that's why these men think that Bruno's a godsend, bruv. Whereas I hate watching him, bruv, because he just gives the ball away all the time, bro. And to me, like that's my pet hate, innit? My pet hate is man to just give the ball away. Just play the simple pass, bop it, move, receive it again on the half turn, pop it off, get it back. To me, that's what the best players do, innit?
Yeah.
When I see players like Iniesta and that, to me, yeah, that's perfection. That's football perfection.
That's the football you want to see.
That's the football I want to see, bro. Like, I don't want to see man fucking playing little dinked 40-yard fucking diags to the other team and all that shit, forcing it, bro. Just pass it to the brain next to you, bop it off, get it back in it. And their man look at Donny and they think he's shit. This Bray's grown up in the Ajax system, innit, where you just play football the right way, blood. I know man say there's no right way or wrong way to play football, but for me there is, innit.
Yeah, there's a pure way to play it, man.
There's a pure way to play football, blood. You know them ones. There's a pure way to play football, bro. And it's like, I can see Donny try to do it. I can see his brain, how it's working, the runs he's making and all these other things. But here, people just care about these all-action footballers, bro.
Yeah.
That's all they care about. All action, 100%. Bro. Blood and thunder ballers, bro. Like pace and power, bare aggression. Do you know what I mean? No finesse, just power. That's what they like, bro.
They went too much to the other end of the scale. Like, I remember them times when Germany was coming through early with like that, with Ozil and a few younger players, yeah. And then that time, I remember there was bare stories about England having to change up the way they recruit from young and how they look at football and whatnot. And I thought, all right, maybe you're going to go into a more expansive approach in terms of, not only looking at the efficiency and numbers, the long balls. Do you know how many times I heard back in the day, like a ping of the ball would determine how good a player is? But in reality,
can you ping it, bro? But anyone can ping it. The keeper can ping it.
Come on, exactly, fam. Back in the day, it was looked at as like that's a mad thing, especially like for an English back player. It wasn't looked at same for the Spanish or the Brazilians or the Germans.
Oh, but it's the same with Paul Scholes, yeah. People think Scholes is wavy because he can ping a moving ball 60 yards. The reason why Scholes is wavy is because he can do the little one-touch things, yeah, in the tight spaces. That's what separated Gerrard from and Lampard from Scholes, blood. Scholes can play the little tight, quick game. You know them ones. That's what the top players can do, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Drop the shoulder, boom, outside of the foot, give it, get it back, boom, boom, boom. That's what the top players do, bro. Any Premier League player, yeah, can ping a 60-yard ball if you give them space. Maguire can do it, and he's shit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
True.
So, bro. But in England, bruv, like, right, if a man sprayed a 60-yard diag, man got their willies out, mate. Bear man were like, oh, Wayne Rooney can play centre mid because he can ping a 60-yard ball.
Do you remember those days?
He can't play CM, bro, because man ain't got the wing mirrors. He ain't got the drop of the shoulder. He ain't got the one-touch thing, bro. These man think that any man that can ping a 30-yard ball can play CM, bro. You just stand in the centre circle pinging diags, bro. That's not football.
Oh, that's not even distribution, bro. A lot of people like to call that distribution. The like you said, the little cute passes, that's distribution too. It's not long balls solely being distribution. You know, that's just one facet to it.
Bruv, like Roy Keane, yeah, and Patrick Vieira, two of the best midfielders, yeah, of their era, bruv. Most of them, they didn't pass the ball further than 10 yards, probably, in their whole career.
They're not pinging it like that, nah.
They're pinging nothing, bro. You know, bruv, just give it to man, get it back, bro. But then man control the tempo of the whole game, playing 5 to 10 yard passes.
Yeah.
And even 10-yard pass was long for them. Everything was 5 yards.
Yeah, because it was all about them great teams had passers and movers. Like that's what it's about. You know, it's not just passing it off. Where you going to next? And our greatest team, you know, the Invincibles and the title winners, before we had that in abundance. United, like with how many teams had it in abundance? Pass and move, pass and move. That's what man lacks now. Like that's what man are lacking now at Arsenal right now.
It's true. You ain't really got that. Like Partey can play that football, but you need another one.
Yeah, that's why Emil has been so refreshing, because he's someone that does that. So he's coming and it's like rare. You know, like when Tierney coming, he's someone that defends well. It's like rare. That this is what we've been missing. Emil's brought that in, and now we need that in abundance. We don't just rest on Emil. We need 2-3 players like that.
Yeah, 100%. So now I see kind of where man's perspective from ball comes from. Obviously, man's been around. I've traveled a bit. I've seen a bit, yeah. And it's like, I just feel like the mentality in this country is so... bruv, they've been like 10, 15 years behind everyone else for time. Yeah. And even though now we've got foreign managers and that here, and the football's better to watch now, because Premier League football used to be shit, blood. You know them ones. Like, it's better to watch now, but bruv, a lot of the fans are still so far behind, bro, in terms of like understanding what football is, blood. And that's why man have massive disagreements with bare people on ball, blood, about what makes a good player and what makes a good player. Because bruv, here, like, if man ain't got pace, man are just not rating you.
Yeah, that's what it is now. That's what I was gonna say. That's what they look for now. Before it was a ping of the ball, now it's a bit of pace.
Yeah, that's what it is, pace and power, bro. And that's why all the men that get all the love in this country are the workhorse ballers, blood. The only time, they respect you, and you don't fit into that box is if you're just putting up mad numbers and they have to respect you.
Yeah, 100%.
That's it. Because if you're not putting up mad numbers, because them man trying to rub out Grealish for time, bruv, until he started putting up numbers, and then now they can't deny, man. But even before, he's been shelling for time.
Yeah, bro, he's been for how many years, bro? How many years?
Bro, he dragged the man, bruv. He dragged the man out from the championship and everything, bruv. He's done it the hard way, bro.
Yeah, even the year he went down, like he was, coming up doing dirt. He wasn't doing a madness, but you could see the potential there from early. That's what I mean, but until some man see numbers, they don't want to put respect on your name, bro. And that's, I mean, I think that's just the beginning of the death, of like football in its purest form, blood. All these numbers. Yeah, that's why I want to see what obviously with Southgate, you know how it's going to go, but I want to see how England do with all these players, what they do, what the FA do, because in all honesty, Southgate ain't going to do it. So they got Saka coming through, Greenwood, Foden, Grealish, like these are men that play the style of football we're talking about. What will they do with them, or will they continue?
But bruv, think about this, If we're all as fans sitting there and we're thinking, hold on, this is one of England's most talented teams. I think this team's more talented than the golden generation. Obviously, we never have, defensively, we're not.
Yeah.
But in football in general, defending has gone down the drain, innit?
Yeah.
So if you compare it era for era, this is the most talented era of football I've seen, innit? It is. Man can say, oh yeah, Scholes, Beckham, Lampard, Gerrard. Yeah, cool. Like, man's really looking at Grealish, Foden, Saka. Like,
Yeah.
these men are cold, bro. Like
Greenwood,
Mason Greenwood. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Sterling's still here. Kane. Do you know
Sancho.
what I'm saying? Sancho. Blood. That's up there, bro. If that's more talent for me when I'm looking at this, like pure football.
100%.
In terms of footballing talent and ability, bro. You know them ones, because people like the Gerrards and the Lampards and that, great athletes, good footballers, technicians, yeah. But you see, someone like a Phil Foden, yeah, technically he's better than all of them.
Yeah, he is.
He is, bro. You can't argue it, bro. Like, he can do everything that all of them players that I mentioned can do, bro. All of them. You want man to ping the ball? Foden can ping the ball. If you want man to dribble, Foden can dribble better than all of them. Yeah, you know them ones. Yeah. Maybe he can't shoot like a Paul Scholes or a Gerrard, yeah, or a Lampard, but bro, man can carry the ball, receive the ball better, short game better. He's quicker than them, bro. Man's got everything. He's a modern, like, all-round top player, innit? But obviously he ain't won what they've won, and he hasn't played at the level they played at. But bruv, when them man were 19, 20, yeah, they weren't looking like that.
No. That's the thing. They lacked what England have now, and that's these players we're talking about.
That's why internationally they shagged it, bro.
Yeah, because they were just stuck in their ways, and
that's the whole team. That's not no individual player. I'm talking about the whole team.
Everyone.
The whole team, yeah, they didn't have the tactical diversity. The fact that Phil Foden could play on the left, play on the right, play down the middle. Saka can play left back, right wing, left wing. They never had that.
Back in the day, it was always like, we haven't got any left-footed wingers.
Yeah, we don't have a left winger, blood. We have to play Scholes there.
Yeah, it was just
like that. We don't have no defensive-minded player. Do you know what I'm saying? So we can't. Man, we can't play Gerrard and Lampard together, bruv. The tactical fluidity now and the technical ability of these young players are far superior to the man before them.
Yeah.
Regardless of what they win, it's a fact, bro.
Because they're coming up. They're coming up in a different era to them, man, too, in terms of it being in England as well, because that matters. When you're growing up in England and you're being like taught the philosophy here, like we said, long balls, ping it, get your head on it, second balls, all of that was being promoted when I was growing up. But then when
little and large, bro.
Yeah. These men growing up now is completely different. It's spaces, it's gaps, it's pass, move. Like it's do as much work off the ball as on the ball. There's so much different things to it now that these man, listen, the ceiling is high for these men, and it'll be interesting to see who reaches it.
Yeah, bruv, it's very true, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think that you see these modern ballers, bro, they've got so much, bro. Do you know what I mean? As much as we looked up and we idolized them other players, fam. Like the talent that these men have and the tactical fluidity that these men have. Like when you look at Sterling, he can play in the 10, on the left, on the right. He can play as a false 9. I've seen him do it. Jadon Sancho can play on the right, on the left. I'm sure he can play in the middle as well. Rashford, I don't rate him, but he can play down the middle. He can play on the right. He can play on the left.
Saka.
You know them ones there. Saka can play left back, left wing, number 10, right wing, blood. Like bruv, it's different.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Mason can play on the right wing. He can play on the left wing because he's 2-footed. He can play up front as well. You know what I mean? And I'm sure he could play in the 10 as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Bro, like, it's just different, innit? This era of football, these men are way more talented. Like, these other guys were quality, but they ain't got the ceiling that these players have.
Yeah, that's what it is. Because
out of all these English players, we said they were world class and that, but on the world stage, they weren't levels.
No.
They weren't. They were Premier League level players. Do you know what I mean? We can talk about Raheem Sterling, on the world level and compare him to other wide players in Europe. We can do the same with Jadon. We can do the same with Saka. We can do the same with Mason for his age group and that.
Definitely.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like with them, man, as good as they were, when they played internationally, their man, most of them looked dead.
They always let England down. That's what
they let man down, bro. They let down the country, bro. And you know what it was? I don't think, it's one of them ones where I just think because they were English and they played in our country, I think a lot of them players that played for England, we genuinely overrated them. Because outside of this country, people didn't respect them like that. A few of them, but most of them, no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we saw them week in, week out, and they did well in the Premier League. We used to say, these are world class, they're world class, they're world class. And then they'll play against Croatia and get moved to. Moved, blood. And the man will be talking about formations and that. And Gerrard and Lampard can't play together. Hold on. So 2 world-class men can't play together. That don't make no sense.
After Scholes dropped that to make it easy for you guys as well. You had a bigger dilemma there.
Bruv, and still can't play together. Mad thing. We need to start looking at ourselves now. Like how we're rating these men. Because if you're all so good, how come you can't play together? Yeah. I've never seen it, bro. Like even when I see Brazil, blood, them man never had no defenders and that. A goalkeeper couldn't catch, and man was still winning World Cups because they're just wavy ballers.
Make it work. That's it.
Them man played a 4-4-2 diamond staggered, bro. Man fit in Robinho, Ronaldinho, Rivaldo, Ronaldo. You know them ones, brother. It wasn't meant to work. Yeah, but it worked.
It's because you know what it is as well. Do you think it's because the countries you mentioned, even Brazil, France, whoever else you just mentioned, they're not copying another formula. I feel like England have tried to copy a formula and it's just, it hasn't worked out for them in the way they, would have thought at that time. Now it can work out for them. But it's Southgate, that's the problem.
Bro, but that's what I'm saying. Look at all the talent that we have, yeah? Look at the talent we have. Why the fuck are you putting it in the hands of AD Boothroyd and Gareth Southgate? Seriously. Because, bruv, if I'm looking at these youths, I'm on the FA and I'm thinking, hold on. These men have won like under 17s World Cup, whatever. This is our best possible opportunity in the future, yeah? To win some proper silverware. This is when you change everything from top to bottom and you bring in the best coaches, yeah? To put these men in the best position to win our country some silverware, blood.
Yeah.
Why are you going to put them gems in the hands of those criminals, blood? Because that's what they are. They're nicking a living, bro. Them men are criminals.
And the players ain't rating them, like it's not even like it's, like Gareth Southgate, it's not even like it's a name from the 90s or 2000s that held any weight. I feel like, when I remember Gareth Southgate, I remember a penalty he missed, my bro.
That's all you remember.
Trust me. So I'm just looking at the players thinking, what do you not see in him? Because he hasn't done enough as a coach to say you respect him as a coach. He hasn't done enough as a player for you to say, wow, like we're being managed by him. I just feel like they need to make it's a harsh decision, but they need to make it, otherwise it's just going to be how many times have we seen a tournament go past for England and say you should have made the decision before?
Yeah, 100%. They wait until man go and disgrace ourselves, yeah, and then say, yeah, all right, cool. Now we'll bring someone else in.
That's it, all the time, bruv. All the time. McLaren, Hodgson, obviously with Big Sammy it was a bit different, but he done himself in.
Yeah, 100%. My man saying one guy said the technicians of today are also good athletes. They're more complete, but the technicians of today are nowhere near as good as the technicians of 10 years ago. Nowhere near. Them ones man have gone from Rui Costa to Bruno Fernandes, bro.
Yeah, it's different.
You know them ones. It's different.
You're not getting Figos and that.
Man have gone from Luis Figo to whoever they play on the right mid, bro. It's not even close, bro. Like the technical ability of these men were next, bro. Like the ball manipulation was just different. Them ones. Them man weren't putting up insane numbers, but technically these men could do anything they wanted with a football. You don't see players like that now.
Entertainment level was far better. Better.
No, you don't see that, bruv. Like current crop of English players don't have any strikers apart from Kane. The golden generation had plenty to choose from. Again, because technical ability is less important in the game now, and it's more athletes. So now you look at all of England's forwards, yeah. Calvert-Lewin, Harry Kane. That's how I know he's shit because I keep forgetting his name, blood. The youth that plays for Chelsea, Tammy Abraham. Bruv, every time I go to talk about him, I forget his name. It's peace. Tammy Abraham, Patrick Bamford, go through all of them. They're all 6'1" minimum.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And when you look at Owen, Defoe, Fowler, all these small men, nimble, Ian Wright, do you know what I'm saying? Andy Cole, all these men are below 6 foot, bro, and nimble and goal scorers. Now it's just about having a big physical presence to hold the ball up front. So because of that, they're looking less for technical players, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Unless you're a genetic freak, the taller you are, the higher your center of gravity is, the worse you're going to be on the ball.
100%. And the thing is, look at the profile of player you just mentioned. If you get that profile now, because that profile of player was playing against horrid defenders, bro. Them small strikers were playing against tough defenders. Imagine you have them small strikers now playing against the defenders now who can't even touch you,
Yeah.
That would suit. That's why I always say, Rants, I think one day football will change back and we'll get that good days back again in terms of what we loved. I don't know how soon it'll be, but I think, bro, defense is not defending anymore. It's just avoiding bad circumstances. That's what it seems, because you can't touch a man, So I feel like the smaller striker thing, it could work in this day and age.
Yeah. Or you man thought Dida was a good goalkeeper. He was calamity, blood.
Yeah,
and even before that, them man had APPAREL and that. Bro,
you got APPAREL, man.
Bro, listen, bro. Man grew up on Brazil. Man never started watching England, blood, until 2000 and something. Man grew up on Brazil, blood. I can tell you every Brazil team, their keepers were always calam, blood.
Yeah,
until Julio Cesar. And even him was still a bit calam to me. Like, you know them ones. He was short-lived, bro. But they've had calam keepers, bro. Yeah, Brazil always had...
APPAREL played for Galatasaray, bro.
There you go, innit? Yeah, like that. And then the thing is, even their centre-backs, before Lucio, it was calam, bruv.
Yeah.
You know them ones? Lucio, I think Lucio was the first Brazilian centre-back, that man started to take serious in Europe before Thiago Silva.
Lucio, I'd probably agree, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, bruv, like, honestly, like, them man had, let me get some names out, bruv, because I remember... before Lucio, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they had fucking... Junior Baiano, fucking Aldair, and that they had dead centre backs, bruv. They had dead centre backs, but man had Bebeto Denilson, bruv, like Zé Roberto, like Roberto Carlos. You get me, bruv? They had dead Cafu, blood. APPAREL, they had dead fucking, bruv. Their defense was whack, fam. You know them? Like, Brazil were never known for defense.
They were just exciting.
They were exciting, and they were like, "Yo, go for the ting, bro." Like, man never knew about that. Like, man's talking about still Roberto Carlos before thingy. They had Roque Junior, blood,
bro.
and Lucio, blood. Do you understand what man's trying to say to you? and Ed Milson, bro. Like,
Ed Milson.
Them man never had no defenders, cuz. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? Nah, it's a mad thing. They never had that, and they had Marcos in goal.
Dante, oh my days,
bruv. They had Marcos in goal, bruv. Marcos. Who did he even play for, Marcos? I think he played in Brazil his whole time.
Yeah, I can't remember if he
man can't tell me about Brazil, blood, and tell me they had defenders. They were some jokers, bro. They never had nothing. They had nothing behind the halfway line until Lucio came through and made defending like respectable for Brazil.
100.
You know what I mean? Them man never had that. So, like, when man talk about that, and Brazil still won a World Cup with these, man.
100. Even up until now, I think Lucio and Thiago Silva, aside from them two, who else you getting as serious defenders, centre-backs?
No one. Baiano, blood. Come on, my guy. You know, like that, man, I'm not rating them. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, bro. They never had centre-backs, bro. So, when you look at it, when man say, oh, yeah, we didn't have the right balance, that's bullshit again. The players just weren't good enough.
Yeah, it does come down to that, Sometimes it comes down to whether the players are good enough mentally as well. Have they got the character to do it?
Exactly. These guys weren't good enough.
Because sometimes you go into a game, and you might be an underdog, you might be the better team, but character and mentality, win the game for one side. And I don't think England have had enough mentality and character, or the right mentality and character. It seems like before tournaments there's always an excuse, and after tournaments there's always an excuse. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's ever going to change, because there's going to look, the excuse this tournament's going to be Southgate, because I feel like England, with the team they have, should be getting semi-final minimum.
Yeah, 100%.
Minimum, yeah,
100%.
It's going to be an excuse.
Trust me. Big up everyone inside. Smash the like button. JV said football's a short man's game. It is, bro. It is. Do you know what I'm saying? When you look at the Spanish team that won the World Cup when Barca were dominating, bro. I think they had 1 or 2 players over 6 foot, blood, and one of them was Sergio Ramos, but
yeah.
Like, bro, little man team, bro. They had Cesc playing false 9, eating, man. What man talking about, bro? Do you know what I mean? It's all about moving the ball quickly. They always teach you the ball moves faster than the man. So what's the point in putting together 11 super athletes, blood, to play football? Bruv, if you can't move the ball, it don't really matter. And that's why you see these English teams, in Europe, Them man get sexed off the pitch, blood, more time.
Eaten.
By teams from like teams that you're not really rating. I remember when I watched Bilbao move to Man United, blood, with Sir Alex Ferguson, bro. Yeah, you know them ones, and Bilbao were them, man. They only had players from that region, so it's not even like they was dipping in a big pool and bringing in international superstars. They had local youths, and they moved to us, blood.
Yeah,
you know them ones, and I thought, hold on a minute. And them times, Ander Herrera was like, man, never even really knew who he was, but they moved to man.
Yeah,
and man, they have no answers for them. You know the amount of times we used to play against teams like Deportivo and that, and you know when you're not really watching Spanish football like that, and you're like, yeah, cool, it's Deportivo. 2-2's man are 3-0 down. I'm like, hold on, fam. Like, man are getting moved to.
Them man there.
Bruv, man are getting moved. Man are 3-0 down, you know. Fam, it's mad, you know.
Wow, their football was mad. Valencia, Deportivo, just like that. You'd get the small Pablo Aimar, another one, mad.
Bruv, Pablo Aimar was cold though. You know them ones, and that was before David Silva, blood, at Valencia and that. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying, bro. These little ballers, these are the magicians, blood. When man was growing up, Zola and them man, little Janino at Middlesbrough, these man were the man that were just shelling out the league, bro. It weren't the big dons.
Yeah,
it wasn't the big dons. Do you know what I mean? And then now in football, like now you're growing up, yeah, you can't play in a one up front now if you're under 6 foot, blood. Then they're not allowing it, bro.
No, they're not.
Imagine if you're coming through to play football in this era, bro. Because when I was growing up, man played in centre mid at the beginning because I was like, that's where the action is, innit, bruv. Man wants to be technical, be on the ball and all that. But, bruv, I never had an up and down engine to play CM, bruv. CM was for all them dons, yeah, that used to win cross country and that.
Yeah.
I wasn't on cross country, bro. Like, no, bruv, like, man's got Jamaican genes, blood. Man's on sprinting or walking. I'm not jogging nowhere. You know what it was there? And then I moved up front probably at like 11. And then again, I weren't tall enough to win the flick-ons, yeah? And I wasn't quick enough to get on the end of the flick-ons. You know them ones? Because man was just good on the ball, blood.
Yeah.
So in England, there's no position for you, blood.
No.
Because really, man wants to play man's a number 10.
It's gone back to kind of striker play with his back towards goal again. You know, maybe not in the way it used to be time ago, where back to goal.
But it's very similar.
Very similar, because before it maybe used to be, all right, lump a ball up from defense to attack, but now it's, all right, pass it into him and play off him. It's still utilizing them in the same way. It just looks a bit better now, but the striker's role now, play with your back to goal, bring in left and right. You know, it's different. You're not going to get the killers anymore.
But that's what I'm saying, and that's why you see all these you see players now like Timo Werner and all these bare burners and that, but them man need 10 chances to score. You know them ones. Back in the day, fam, if that's dropping to righty, it's bags. You know them ones there. If that's dropping to Coley, it's bags. You know what I'm saying? If it's dropping to Alan Shearer, it's bags. If it's dropping to Fowler, it's bags. Like, you know them ones. And now we're sort of like, oh yeah, just keep feeding him. We'll score eventually, blood.
Yeah. No,
and these men still get bare goals somehow.
It is mad.
If them old school dons are playing in this era, they'll score 45 a season, bro. Comfy with the amount of chances these men are missing.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Someone just mentioned Ortega, Fenerbahce, and I had it about Ortega. Another one. Riquelme, another one.
That's what I mean. Them man for Argentina were doing up madness.
Some of the players we had, mad.
And that's what I mean. So like with this football thing, yeah, like bro, like a lot of the reason why, people don't think about, or they do think about football a certain way, is because they've been programmed from young. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? To think that, but bro, football's a simple fucking game, blood. Just pass the ball 5 yards, move, get it back, bro. Like same way man play 5-a-side, you just play like that in 11-a-side, bro. Most teams, you see little triangles on the pitch. When LBG came here, the boring football that all these United fans didn't like, it's mad effective. Could anyone get the ball from us? Man went to Anfield and threw up 70% possession in their own backyard, bro. They could do nothing about it. That's proper football, blood.
It's probably, you know what? Probably like I was gonna ask you. You see, growing up, us man wanted to be footballers because we love football. Like we wasn't looking at the wages. Like we knew,
but there wasn't money in football like that then.
Yeah. We knew they was making decent money at that time, but it wasn't like we're striving for that. So it was more we want to do what we love. Now, like obviously, even parents, you know, they build their children up because they know the wages in football, the money in football now. they're being, maybe pushed into it for the wrong reasons, or maybe they're doing it for the wrong reasons. I wouldn't even say, let me not say wrong reasons. They're doing it for another reason but love. Maybe they're doing it for finance. Maybe they've been pushed into it. Do you get what I'm saying? Because as a youth, you don't really know how much is in football unless your parents do, and then they're pushing you down the way and saying, run this speed because you're going to need it.
I think it's easier now, though.
It is easier.
I think it's easier now, bro, because these men ain't got ability. I'm not gonna lie. Like, honestly, you see, when we were all growing up, I think the first club I went to was Brentford, and they came to my school. After school, Brentford used to send like coaches down to kind of take football sessions, and they used to poach kids from the schools, innit? Yeah. That's how they used to do it. And they used to come after school on a Monday evening and take like a football for like a 2 hours. And because I went to school in Acton, innit, it was close. And they picked man up there and then used to go Center of Excellence like twice a week or whatever. Bro, the level of technical ability that you needed to have to be a baller then compared to now, chalk and cheese, bro. Like, I've got man, honestly, that played for my district team now, technically better than man that are playing in the Prem now, blood.
Yeah, because
no, I swear down, like, on God, bro.
Yeah, they're not looking for that, no. Like, I don't
know. They're not looking for that now, bro. Look at Dan James, blood. Man's really playing in the Prem. Really playing in the Prem, blood. Really playing in the Prem. I got man on my football team now, and I'm sure you got man on your football team that are more technical than him.
Yeah, you got, bro, because bro, like, even look at the whole conversation we've had now, and all of the chat as well. Like, everyone agrees, but the people in charge of England and the FA, I don't know what they're seeing, but there's talent in this country, and you see,
but they're looking in the wrong places.
France have utilized it, and I don't only mean now, but I mean even back in the day, like the Zidanes and the Vieiras and the Thurams and they're very, different backgrounds, and then you'll have the Deschamps, and they utilized it well. They had different characters, different backgrounds, different styles, but they made sure like the technical side of it was always present. Now it's not utilized well in England. Now France are still doing it better. Football's very different, but France are still utilizing the resources they have a lot better than England.
Even the facts is, back in the day they used to have Lillyshaw, and they closed that.
Yeah,
where all the ballers used to go, and it was like the Clairefontaine thing. I don't know if Clairefontaine is still operating in France, but them centers of excellence where all the top ballers go, blood. That's how you create elite winning mentalities from early, blood. Early, because you're competing from a young age to be the best, blood. A man want to be the best. You want to be the best in the class. The ones you want to be the best. The ones now, it's kind of like, everyone can take part, blood. Like, it's calm, like that, bro. You're 6'3", come to the academy, and we'll teach you how to be a footballer.
Do this job
just because you're big. Them ones there. Like, big up the super chat. What's your thoughts on Ravel stealing boots to feed the family? Just shows the media's take on him was out of order, brother. Let me tell you something. I said it earlier. It's all about having relatable figures at football clubs, because I tell you what, if Ravel was stealing football boots, from my football club, I'd sit him down and I'd want to know exactly why he needs to do that, and then you do something about it.
Yeah.
So the way I look at it, the club shagged him.
Mm-hmm.
Them ones. It's the same way where Wolf Zaha said that he was up in Manny, with nobody, and he couldn't cook and stuff like that, and no one was looking after him, bro. Like, how is that a thing, bro? How do you sign someone, bring them up from London, a young black brother, a teenager or whatever, bro, and just leave man to his own devices, bro, and you don't even look after man, you don't make sure he's all right. He said he's going through mental health issues. No one helped him, bro. The club shagged him. I don't blame them for that. They're kids.
100%.
Like, you've got a duty of care for these youths, blood, when they're with you. If any of our boys come to see us and they're with us and they're in our care and anything happens, bro, like, bruv, we're liable, cuz.
Yeah, it's a big thing, to leave at an early age and move somewhere else and be alone and all that. That's mad. I can't lie to you. It's a big thing. And if you get left to it, it is the role of, even like not a football club, a normal company. If you move and you're feeling mental effects of that and feeling left alone, it's on the company, like it's on the football club. They can't get away with that.
100%. The fact that man had to steal boots, to sell them to make money for his family. If you knew that he was in that kind of position at home, you should have done more to look after him, especially if you rated man's talent and you knew that he had a future in the game, and you respected man, as a human being, bro. You look after man. You take a chance in it. Do you know what I mean? Do you think Barcelona shelled all that money on Messi, to not get it back.
Yeah, trust they looked after him well.
They looked after him because they said, you know what, this might bear fruit. But they took a punt on him. It could have gone wrong.
Of course, definitely. But if you feel like it's worth buying him, if you feel like it's worth investing in, then you do that.
There you go. The club didn't invest in, man, and that's why he had to steal boots.
Yeah, exactly.
That should never be the case, blood.
And the thing is, I say that, and they bought him because they must have seen what I said. You know, if you're buying someone and they result, and whether it's a year later or 18 months or 6 months, if they're stealing boots, yeah, you got to find out why. You got to understand why. You know, something's happened in that person's life for this to be happening.
Yeah, 100%. Big up everyone inside. 1.4, nearly 1.5 in there. Smash up the like button, get us over 1,000. Man, I'm going through your comments while we go down, bro. Wavy conversation. Man said, yeah, it was Bielsa that moved to man, bro. And then Roy Mackay was a gunman, blood.
Roy Mackay, you know.
Bro, that's what I mean. Gunman. Pandiani as well, blood. These man are brother. And that's what I'm saying. Diego Tristan, we were getting moved to by these guys, bro.
Yes, Valeron, man.
Bro, that's what I mean, bro. Like, football was mad. Like, Joaquin played for Valencia, he played for Betis, and that he was cold as well, another winger. In today's game, he'll be dancing past people.
Cold.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I mean, bro. Like, the game's completely changed, blood. You know what I mean? So big up Ravel, man. You know what I mean? That's my guy anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? But big him up. Like, when man's going through all these things, and to think, yeah, that the whole media here just tarnished, man. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Oh, he's a bad apple, he's this, that, and the other, and that, bruv. Man wasn't looked after and he wasn't nurtured, yeah, from an early age. And he had problems going on outside the pitch, and nobody done nothing for man.
And lo and behold, obviously, it turns out, you know, like this. And some of it's on him, some of it's on the clubs, and some of it's on some of the situations he explained. Because that contract situation with West Ham and whatnot, that's all mad. Like, you know, obviously he wasn't advised well, but at the same time, you know, the club putting him in a sticky situation.
Yeah.
And he was
100%
manipulated because he was blindsided with that.
Bruv, it's a madness. Do you know what I'm saying? Man said Dan James, the Welsh wasp. Yeah, bruv, the fact that my man is making a Premier League wage and he'll literally be able to retire his whole family, probably has already, and he'll never have to work again from football is madness to me.
Yeah.
It's madness to me, bro. It's honestly a mad thing, bro. Guys, let me know. Yeah, Clairefontaine's still going. And guess what? France have about 5 different squads, you know, that they can pick, bro. Like, I seen a sheet of paper and they got about 5 men for every position, you know, and it's because of academies like that.
Yeah, bro, it's stacked right now. Every year you're hearing 2 French centre backs coming through, 2 midfielders coming through, couple wingers. Like, every year you're hearing about French players coming through.
Bruv, every year. You know, Ousmane Dembele is on my screen right now, blood. Bad boy player.
Isn't Fofana French?
I think so.
Saliba French. That's 2 young centre backs coming through. I swear there's another young French one. Isn't Upamecano?
Yeah, Upamecano, and he's just got to move to Bayern Munich.
Kanate. I don't know if he.
I'm not sure who Kanate plays for, but these men, bruv, there's so many of them, and it's like a conveyor belt, bro. Like, every single year there's a new one, bro. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. They got Camavinga as well at the moment. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like, bruv, it just keeps coming, bro. And it will. Do you know what I mean? Big up for this comment as well, bruv. Get me through lockdown. It won't be forgotten. Fair play. You're doing God's work, boy. Nah, big up everyone that interacts, bruv. We got 1.5K in here. Do you know what I'm saying? Mad love to all of you lot.
Come on.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
No, my man said, why is Lingard still my background? Because he's a Man United player, fam. You know, he's a Man United player. And man's always stuck by Jesse, fam. And then Jesse's gone out on loan and he's doing bits, blood. So, you know what I mean? Jesse proved me right, blood. So I'm paying homage. You know them ones, them have to pay the homage, blood. Because I told man, Jesse's not washed, blood.
I remember you said it before he went as well. I actually remember. So when he scored the 2, I thought, Rants, I know he's going to be on it. I go to your stream and he's your background. I thought,
bruv, I told man Jesse's not washed, bruv. Jesse's a baller. He's another one, 2-touch specialist, blood. That's how he plays football. 1 touch, 2 touch. But because he ain't got pace. Yeah, but because he ain't got pace and he's not mad physical, do you know what I'm saying? Because them man wouldn't pick him on FIFA. They don't rate him. But man can ball, blood. Jesse can ball, blood. Bruv, listen, the guy can play in it. You know them, and you see he's in the team now where his movement and his football brain's helping him. Bruv, he's doing bits. Man won the penalty the other day, bagged the brace on the debut and that. Man have to respect him.
Oh, what? He won a penalty against Sheffield United, yeah?
Yeah, he won the pen in the game and then Declan took it. Do you know what I'm saying? And my man said Fergie loved off Ravel. Shame he didn't nurture the guy like he did Rooney when man was in the brothels at 16. It's true, but again, it comes to relatability. You know them ones. Like if Fergie looks at Rooney, yeah, he can see his grandson. You know them ones. When you look at Ravel, it's just some little road you in it. Like it's understandable.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's the same with me, blood.
It's a sad reality. It's a sad reality, my bro. It's a sad reality.
And that's just how it is, bro. Like that's how it is, bro. Unfortunately, do you know what I mean? Because Ryan Giggs, Lee Sharp had Ryan Giggs on some badness under Fergie, and Fergie sold Lee Sharp. You know them ones there.
Yeah.
Fergie sold him, but Fergie kept Giggsy, and he was like, "Yo, you need to buck up your ideas," and he did. You know them ones, but Fergie can't do that with every player
on his side. Yeah. Do
you know what I mean? And to be fair, also, to Sir Alec, yeah, like Giggsy's already established at this point. You know them ones. Ravel wasn't an established first team player, so they could have just looked at it and said, you know what, it's more trouble than it's worth.
Yeah, exactly.
You know them ones. Whereas, now I'm saying, if that's me, I'm looking at man, I'm saying, yo, that's a little youth from ends that could be my little brother.
Yeah.
That's why man rides out for Pogba the way I ride out for Pogba, because I'm like, bruv, man's 26, he could be my little brother.
Perspective.
You know them ones. He could be my little brother, and these men sticking it on him, blood. And I know it's because he's black. You know them ones. So it pisses me off, bruv. You know them ones there. So I take it personally, blood, when I see man chatting shit.
It is a sad reality of it though, because that there, like look at how Rooney was protected when he was younger, and a lot of mistakes he made. I'm not saying Rooney should have been vilified like a Ravel or like maybe a Sterling with his tattoo. I'm just saying there needs to be consistency, and it needs to be the other way. In all honesty, look after them, protect them. It's no use ruining them from young. At the end of the day, it's an asset to the country. It's an asset overall, regardless whether it's Rooney, Ravel, or Sterling, whoever it is. If you feel that there's potential in them, you've got to protect that potential, that asset. Sorry.
No, 100%. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, bruv. And my man said, hey, bruv, don't talk about GA, blood. That's what I mean, bruv. You man, leave the GA, blood.
Half of that. Don't do that.
Hey! Like, leave the GA, blood. And of course, Rav wouldn't blame Fergie because he knew it wasn't Fergie's fault. You know them ones there, it wasn't Fergie's fault. But I feel like the club as a whole, that's why I'm not calling names. The club as a whole could have done better by him. Same way they could have done better by Wilf as well. There's no reason why you from London should be up in money at one of the biggest clubs in the world, not eating properly and feeling mentally alone. And do you know what I mean? That should never happen.
Yeah, and to be honest, Ravel even said in that interview that he felt like the team was too good, the players in his position were too good, so he just didn't think that he was going to get his chance.
Right, and when you see the thing, all these men paint him out to be this arrogant, bad breed youth, and you see how shy he is, blood.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, like, I'm actually quite shocked because I never thought he was arrogant because I don't know him, but I didn't think he was like as humble and as quiet as he was in that interview, He come across very well.
That's how he is, bro. Like I speak to him a lot, bro. I speak to him probably about every 2 or 3 days, just on a passing thing. Like we chat. Do you know what I'm saying, or whatever? Like if I post something, he might comment, or if he posts something, I might comment. Then I'll chat to him. Whatever. When man's away, you get me. Man, see him doing his thing. Man, had his Jamaican debut. Man, hollered at him. You get me, bro? He's a cool youth.
That's big.
He's a cool youth. And even when he came down to London when he was playing for West Ham, I remember. You remember my man used to play for you, Henry Lansbury.
Yeah.
He was there with Ravel, and my brethren was playing for West Ham, and this was still at Upton Park, and I met Rav then, and man went Nando's. This was time ago, blood. Like, and mad cool youth, bro.
Yeah.
Mad cool. And he even said on the interview that West Ham was one of his best times. Him, Henry, and that. I remember one time, I'm sure Henry knows who it was now. Henry used to park his Range Rover like just wherever he wants. And one time, them man Kling filmed his car, blood. you know them things where bruv, you know the banter in the changing room was
come on.
Man Kling filmed the Bears whip, bro. Like the whole. Do you know how mad that is? You know what I mean? And so you know when man say about banter in the changing room. That's the kind of shit that man were doing at West Ham. Their man had good fights, bro. You know them ones. That man saying, yo, that's the most fun that he's had, bro. You see what I'm saying? So when man are misunderstanding him, it's just like, bro, you don't want to understand, man.
100%. Different upbringings require different sorts of, approaches. You can't just have one approach to the whole thing. That's why even in life, this whole dictatorship type of managering companies has gone to a more people skilled approach, because that is what it's about. As much as quality and skills and assets mean something, if the mentality and character is not looked after, if it's not helped to mature, then there's some blame to lie at your footstep as well. Like, I've seen many Arsenal players, youngsters, who went from potential to absolutely nothing in the past 15 years. And I think that's because the culture at Arsenal is a lack of pressure. We protect them well, but we don't develop them well. So we do one thing right and probably other things wrong. And in the end, it results in shit output. Now we've got a few players coming through. It looks like, let's make sure we look after them well. Let's make sure this era succeeds. But let's see.
That's what I'm saying. Mad thing. Big up everyone inside. Big up everyone in the chat. Like mad love, bruv. Trust me. Hey, the chat's been killing me. You get me? And bruv, Harry Maguire, blood. I don't know, bruv. Ask Turkish, innit? Because you don't play for your team. So maybe, I don't know, you might see something different. But when I see him, I just see someone that's nicking a living, bro.
Yeah, I can't lie to you. I wouldn't be happy with Maguire at Arsenal, let alone Maguire at United. I feel like some of the mistakes he's made, he's been a calamity at times, but he's also had games there where you can see a good defender. But Luiz has games where you can see a good defender. It doesn't make him a good defender. At the end of the day, a good defender is someone that defends well for a season, 2 seasons, 3 seasons, and so on. You don't go by 4 or 5 games. Overall, Maguire is a letdown. Your defensive numbers have improved in terms of how much you concede since he's come in. But I think there's moments there that highlight you still need better than him, man. And even Saeed's given up, bruv. Even Saeed said
Saeed's a broken man. When I saw that, I was like, you know what? Cool. I could fuck with that. As soon as Saeed gave up, that's when I said, you know what? It was worth it. All the propaganda was worth it, blood. And you see what I told you, man, about Oli? Soon, man's going to be proved right as well, blood. And you know what? And I'm not going quietly either, blood. I'm going to be the most annoying person on the... You see when that guy's sacked, bro? I know
you're going to be, my bro.
I'm going to be irresistible, bro. Because when I know man in Norway hate this done, even though he won them a title, I know, that my love for him, hey, blood, it's never coming. It's never coming, bro.
Finished.
Like that. Ollie's a pagan, fam. Like that. So when man looks, when man look at Harry Maguire and I see that this youth is our captain, and I see some of the shit that he says, bruv, it makes me sick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It makes me sick to my stomach, my guy. Like that, man. But fucking hell, bruv. When's your next game? Who have you, man, got next? You got a tough running coming up, haven't you?
Yeah, we got Benfica Thursday, Man City Sunday.
Bomba-Ross. I think you'll beat Benfica,
But I think I predict a draw, but I think we can beat them, fam. They're not the greatest side, but
where are they? I think they're like 5th or something like that.
4th.
Okay. I think you man could do the thing still.
We can. It's one of those games. It's hard to predict. They can win. We can win. We can draw. It's and because it's in, where is it? It's in Rome, I think. So it's just a neutral ground. Who knows, man? Who knows?
Gonna be interesting, blood. What you man saying anyway? What you man saying? We've got Leipzig against Thingy. I'm doing a watch along because Statman obviously is the Nagelsmann fanboy in it. So we're doing the watch along. We're gonna do some scouting, like that. So you man, 7:45. What's your match predictions, people? Man might have 2-2 pancakes and that, and then 7:45. Them ones there. Man ain't even religious. Man just eats pancakes. Like that.
I had some already. I'm gonna have some.
Like that. Man, I have the pancakes, bruv. Man, that was in my diary. Like, just in the diary, just popped up saying pancake. I said, why not, fam?
Why not? What are you having on them?
I don't know, blood. Man's just gonna order one. I'm not making them. Man's gonna get like a white chocolate bueno thing or something. Man.
Oh yeah, you got that sweet tooth,
yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, I got a sweet tooth, blood. Man's getting creams and that, blood. Man's gonna get that ordered, cuz. Like that. So that's what I'm on. You, man. What you man saying for the score today? Man saying 2-1 to Liverpool, 3-2 to Barca. Well, you think Barca are gonna beat
I don't
watching them, yeah? Nah, bro. I think PSG I think PSG will at least keep it.
I think draw or win for PSG.
Yeah. So do I. I can't see Barca beating them. 3-0 Leipzig. Ravel. Yeah, Rav supports Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? It's funny, yeah. I was surprised how many man in Manny support Arsenal. You know.
Yeah, well, like listen, when in the 90s and 2000s, if you see, you know, if you see the demographic of Arsenal players and Arsenal fans, it makes sense. You know,
yeah, 100%. It's all the black Manny support Arsenal. I swear, I know bare of them.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I know bare of them, bro.
I get it.
No, I'm saying it's a mad. I think Angel supports Arsenal as well, blood. Gomez, blood. And he played for Man United.
Yeah, another one.
No, them ones there. I think he's an Arsenal fan as well, blood. You know them ones. There's bare man in there. They're just out here supporting Arsenal. Gabby Abonla, who supports Arsenal, a man's from Birmingham, blood.
Yeah.
You know them ones there, like, bruv, like there's Arsenal fans everywhere, blood. It's a mad thing, and that's what happens when your team wins stuff, bro. And that's why United need to hurry up and sort themselves out, blood, because the new generation of Man City fans are going to be unbearable.
Unbearable, my bro. Like you're talking about City fans. They're winning something. Tottenham fans have become unbearable. They ain't even won nothing yet, my bro.
Yeah, they ain't winning shit though. And I'm gonna enjoy every moment of it, blood.
Trust me.
Like that.
We'll enjoy it together, man. We need to have a toast when Jose and Tottenham burn.
100%, bruv. Man, I light up a cigar for that, blood. It's mad. You know, like that. Big up everyone inside. Make sure you smash up the like button. You know what? It's 7:45. Man's back for the watch along. Liverpool Leipzig with Statman. Do you know what I'm saying? Big up everyone inside. Yo, Turkish, what are you saying? Let them know where they can find you. Obviously, in the
title.
In the title, the hyperlink for Turkish's channel will be there anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, bruv, you got anything else coming up that you want to plug in that?
I'm gonna do a stream tonight at 10, man. This Granit Xhaka stuff, the Bellerin stuff, the David Luiz contract. I'll go live at 10 p.m. people. So make sure you guys tune into that tonight. Turkish LDN.
Yeah, that's due to be a good one, guys. So make sure, you click the hyperlink in the title of the video. Make sure you follow Turkish, and then make sure you're back here 7:45. Who do I think is gonna win the Liverpool match? I'm going for Leipzig. I'm gonna go for a 3-1 RB Leipzig, because I think, as far as I know, Liverpool still haven't got the defense, blood, and Leipzig, the way they're fluid in that, I can see them moving to man.
I'm gonna go draw for that one.
Say nothing. All right, big up people. 7:45. We are.